Okay, good morning. Let's get into it. We're going to do our Pilates flow today with a focus on shoulders and upper back. We're going to be using our weights, and if you have a cushion, just have that cushion nearby as well. But let's start with a nice warm-up. Coming to stand in the center of your mat, just pressing your feet down into the mat, put a little micro bend into your knees, reach the crown of your head up to the ceiling, and start to draw in through your abdominals. Just a little connection with your belly button pulling inward. And just kind of do a little postural assessment. Your head is over top of your shoulders. Your ribs are over top of your hips. Let's put a tiny bit of life into the glutes, just squeezing the bum a little bit, and just stand nice and tall and present in your body. We're going to drop the chin to the chest, and we're going to come through some global neck circles. Looking over to your right shoulder, you're going to allow your chin to float up and your ear to float behind you, and then dragging the chin along the ceiling until you're looking at your left shoulder, and then bring the chin back across your chest. Back over to the right, dropping the right ear behind you, the chin floats up, and we come all the way through to look at the left shoulder. And then come back to center with your chin to chest. Let's go to the left. Looking left first, then allow that left ear to fall back behind you, the chin floats up. Come across and look at the right shoulder and drag the chin through on your chest. One more time to the left. Dropping the ear, floating the chin up and around. And looking at the right shoulder, coming back to center. Your chin is still at your chest. And let's float that chin up and then bring it back down. And again, float it up and bring it back down. And then coming up to a nice neutral neck, float your arms out in front of you. Palms are facing in. We're coming into our protraction, retraction. So it's just a little reach of the arms, allowing the shoulder blades to glide forward. And then exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades back, pulling them towards each other. We reach forward and we pull back. We're just starting to mobilize the upper back, activate the muscles that stabilize your shoulder blade. Reach it out, exhale, pull back. The rest of you is staying really still. This is just a small little motion. Let's do 4 more. Reach, exhale, pull. And reach, and pull back. 2 more. Should be starting to feel a little warmth around your shoulder blades. 1 more. And pull back. Bringing your arms to your side. Let's come into some big, wide open circles forward. Start to connect more with your abdominals here so that your whole body is staying still as you just move your arms around in their shoulder joint. Big and wide, like you're moving your arms through water. 1 more. And then let's go backwards as well. Opening up the collarbone, sweeping the arms through the air, back to your hips and forward. And then clasping the hands behind your back, squeezing the shoulders, opening the chest, reaching your sternum, your breastbone forward, squeezing the shoulders back. I call this the Care Bear stare. If you ever watched Care Bears, you know what I'm talking about. Reaching that chest forward. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Enjoying that stretch through the front of the chest. The arms should feel pretty intense. And let's gently release that. Whew. Letting that go, shaking it all off. Bringing your arms out beside you now, forming sort of a star shape. Let's come into some side bends, side to side. And I want you to visualize you're between 2 pieces of glass. Every time you tip over, bring your belly button nice and close. Side to side, just waking up our spine here. Side bending is something we don't do very much of in our lives. So really great to open up the spaces in between your vertebra. And staying in that same plane the whole time. One more. Coming to center, bring your arms out in front of you, and we're going to do gentle rotation. So your feet are heavy. It's like you're sweeping off a table here. Keep your core on, so you're using your abdominals to create this twist. Nice. And last one. Coming back to center, come to the end of your mat. We're going to nod through the chin and roll down into your first forward fold. Lift through the abdominals, round your spine like angry cat as you roll down, taking a breath in at the bottom of this fold. Exhale as you ragdoll back up, stacking your spine, using your abdominals. So this should actually feel like work on the way back up for your abdominals. Roll those shoulders and let's go back down. Rolling it down. Allow your spine to unwind. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, walk out to your first downward dog. Once we're here in downward dog, let's perfect the shoulders. So we want to be using all the stabilizing muscles that we just woke up with our protraction or retraction. And how you're going to do that is let your hands sink into your mat, dig your fingertips into the mat, especially the pinky finger. Then from here, we're going to bring the biceps a little bit higher than the triceps. So you're turning your humerus so that it's not that we're flipping our arms forward. The creases of the elbows should still be looking inward. But the bicep muscle is turning up and the tricep is turning low, high and low. That should really give you a nice connection with your shoulders here. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale, start to pedal through your heels, lifting your tummy and just enjoying the length in the back of the legs. Nice work. Pausing, bringing both heels to the floor. Check your shoulders, make sure they're still feeling connected. Let's hold here, both heels reaching to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, start to reach across, bringing your right hand to reach back and tap your left leg, and then place it down. So we're going from 2 hands and 2 feet on the mat to a tripod. Reaching back. Nothing else changes in the lower body. We're just moving the upper body, reaching back and back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, plant the hand. And let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to downward dog. Bend your knees quite deeply and walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold. Allow your head to drop down and shake your head no. And then shake your head yes. And let's ragdoll up to standing, taking your time, using the abdominals to roll back up. All right, we're going to grab your weights. So we're going to start with single arm, but we're going to use the other weight in the hand just to be being held, okay? So we'll be pushing this weight straight out in front of us like a row. You're going to push it out, and then you're going to pull it back, okay? So let's take a breath in. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, pull it back beside you. Exhale, press. Inhale, draw back. Now, once you find this pattern, just start to think about your shoulder blade. Let it drop down your back just a little. And bring your abdominals in nice and close. We want to make sure we have a micro bend in the knee. Nice. And exhale, punch it out. Inhale, pull it back. So there should be work in both directions here. Exhale, push. And inhale back. 5 more. 5. And 4. 3. 2. Nice job. Last one. Push it out. Pull it in. And let that go. Bringing it down to your side. Let's do the same thing with the other arm. Left arm. Exhale, press it straight out. Inhale, pull it in. And in. Press it out and row it back in. Nice and straight. About shoulder height, no higher. Exhale, push. Inhale back. And let's go for 5 more here. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one. Bringing it in, letting that come down for a second. We're going to add them both together now. So this is going to feel more like a traditional row because you'll have both arms, okay? Every time we bring these weights in, we want to draw the abdominals in as well. So let's bend the elbows up. We're going to exhale, push the weights out. Inhale, peel them back and row them in. Squeeze your shoulders. Exhale, push. Inhale, row. Push it out and bring it in. And out and in. Nice work. Push it out and in. Push and peel it back. Let's do 4 more. 4. 3. And 2. And last one. Out. Bring it in. Let that go. Shake your body. We're going to be coming into another single arm move, and it looks like this. You'll have your elbow tucked in beside you. The weight is in your hand. You're going to go out like a little bit of a circular motion up overhead, and then pull that elbow back in. Okay? It's like a half circle. Big breath in. Check your knees. Check your posture. Find your abdominals, and let's go. Exhale, out and up. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, out and up. And bring it back. And again. And back. Visualize you've got a belt around your center, and you're constantly gently pulling in away from that belt. And up. And pull it in. Up. And in. Let's do 4 more here. 4. 3. 2. When we move at this slower pace, it makes it way more work. Last one. And bring it in. Let that go. And bringing the left elbow to pull into your side. So you want to, again, as we go up, you're pushing up and over. But as you come back, you're pulling with your underarm muscles to come back. Okay? Let's go for it. Exhale as we go up, circular motion up. And then inhale, back down, pull in. And we go up. And pull in. And back out and in. Nice. Check those abdominals. Stay nice and tall here. Little bend in our knees. After a while, when we stand in place like this, it's really easy to lock your knees out, and that's really hard on the joints. And up. Let's do 3 more after this one. 3, 2, and last one. Awesome work, bringing it in, letting that go. And of course, we're gonna do both now. So one more round for each arm. We're gonna bring them up and work them together now. So think like you're going out a little bit, creating a circle, pulling the weights up, and then you come back the exact same route, okay? Exhale, out and up, and then back, out and in. Nice. Inhale, out and back down. Exhale, out and up. And pull the elbows in, nice and close. Up. And circle down. Let's do 4 more. 4. Your arms should be nice and tired. Your shoulders should feel tired. 3. 2. And last one. Up and over. And out and back. Nice work. Let that go. Shaking it off. Whew, we have one more shoulder exercise here. We're going to work both arms at the same time with this one. So you'll be coming up with your elbows up in front of you. Arms are square. You're going to bring the weights together and then bring the elbows as close as you can. Okay, from here we exhale, open up wide, field goal position. Inhale in. Exhale, open. I know your shoulders are tired. We're only here for 8 reps. And exhale. There's 6. 5. Keep the elbows high. 4. Inhale back. Exhale. 3. And 2. And last one. Bring it in and let that go. Nice work. I know that your shoulders are feeling like they're on fire. Come to a standing lunge. Let's go left leg forward, right leg back. The back foot could be turned out a little bit if that feels right. Really, I just want you to be able to find a comfortable lunge and have your hips relatively square, okay? We're gonna hinge our spine forward and come into some tricep kickbacks, and it looks like this. We're gonna bend at the elbow, extending the arm, bending in. Exhale back. Now, really important here that your abdominals are lifting and that your spine and chest are lifting and reaching. The chest is gonna wanna pull down and round your spine, but you don't wanna let that happen. Exhale and back. Press it back, nice work. Can we recruit more abdominals, drawing up? Really connect with your belly button. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Let's bring the feet together, shake that off. Now the next round, we're gonna step the other foot back. We're gonna do straight arm triceps, okay? This move is coming more from your shoulder blade than from your tricep itself. So set yourself back up in that slightly hinged position, nice square hips. And from here, we're gonna draw the weights back with a long arm and return them. Exhale, back, squeeze your shoulder blades and return. There's a little bend in your elbow, of course, but we're not hinging at the elbow. Can we squeeze the shoulder blades more, recruit more abdominals here? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Awesome work. Letting that go, stepping forward. Let's put the weights down and come to the end of your mat. Other end. So come all the way back to the end. And shake your arms. You should feel lots of blood flow and warmth in the upper body now. Let's nod our chin and flex down. Forward fold. Once you get there, walk your hands all the way out to a plank, keeping the hips nice and high, lifting the abdominals, squeezing your glutes. We're here for 10, 9, keep breathing, 8, 7, 6, 5, recruit more abdominals, 3, 2, 1, lower your knees and take a shell stretch. Let your head rest. Breathe deeply into your lower back, into your shoulders. And meeting me out on your forearms. So we'll be in an all-fours position. If you need to pad up your knees, make sure you protect them. I'm just gonna throw this little pad under mine. And we'll be out on the forearms, and we're gonna do some scapular presses. So think of a push-up, that up and down motion, but we're gonna minimize the motion so that it's just happening in our shoulder blades, okay? So as we lower the spine down between the shoulder blades and allow the shoulder blades to come towards each other. As we exhale, we push through the elbows and forearms and pull the shoulder blades apart. But the shape of your spine doesn't change. So we're not going cat-cow. We're going to keep the spine nice and long here. So the abdominals are lifted. You're reaching through your sit bones. And let's come down between the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, push the floor away with your elbows and forearms and press up into the shoulders. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, we draw up, bringing the abdominals with us. So the shape of you stays exactly the same here. We're just doing this subtle little movement through the shoulder blades. Inhaling down and exhaling up. And lower. Exhale, pressing up. And down. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, press. Just really taking your time with this motion. 2 more. Last one. Lowering. And let's take a shell stretch. And just notice how much work that was to do that small little motion with control. And then let's come back out to the forearms. This time we're going to go back to that concept of we're in all fours, and then we're going to be going into a tripod, opening up one arm into a field goal or a cactus arm, and inhale, placing it down. Other side, exhale, float that arm up nice and square, pulling back with the back of the shoulder. Inhale, placing it down. Once you find the pattern side to side, you're just going to check your form. Your spine is long, your abdominals are on, and down. Nice. And imagine you're moving through water, just pulling those arms up. Big exhales as they float. And let's do 1 more each side. From here, placing both arms down, pushing down into the palms of your hands, you're going to come up into a prayer press. Pressing the arms long and then lowering the elbows with control. Exhaling up. Nice. And inhale with control. Breathing deeply, keeping the core on the whole time here. The head is in line with your spine. Let's do 4 more. 4, keep your elbows really square here. 3, 2, and 1 more. Lower it down and take a shell stretch. Great work. I know your arms are getting tired. We're almost ready to change the record here. Come out to your all fours on your hands now. Nice square tabletop position. We're going to come into our bird dogs. We're going to do one pair, the other pair, and then hover our knees 2 times, okay? And then repeat. So let's start with the right arm, left leg. Everything stays really square here. Exhale as you float the arm and leg out. Inhale as you place it down. There's that little transition moment. Exhale, the other pair. Inhale, coming back square. Exhale, 2 hovers. 1. Inhale down. Exhale, 2. And inhale down. All right, again, right arm, left leg. And inhale back. Exhale, other pair. And back, 2 hovers. Exhale, up. Bring those abdominals with you. Floating up and lowering down. Right arm, left leg. And down. And again. And down. 2 hovers. 1. And 2. Now for the last 4, we're going to pick up our pace, okay? So think a little quicker on all levels. Big breath in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. Other pair. Inhale, return. Hover the knees. Hover the knees. And again. 2 hovers. 1. And 2. Make sure you're breathing. Last 2 here. Hover it up. Last round. 2 hovers. 1 and 2. Great job. Let's come into a nice big stretch. Open your right arm. Float it up. Enjoy that rotation. And then thread the arm under the opposite arm. Let your head rest. Coming into a nice big twist. If you want to, you can float the top arm up or rest it behind your back. And just enjoy that stretch through the upper body. Head is resting here. Gently undo the top hand if you were using it, pushing down beside your face, coming out and through and finishing in that nice big rotation. Yes. Letting that go, let's do the other side. Float your left arm up, look up at it, rotate, and then twisting around your belly button, thread the arm under, rest your head, and if you want to, you take the other arm up and rest it behind your back. Breathing into your shoulders. If that top hand doesn't feel good, just leave it on the floor beside your face. We're just breathing here, enjoying this. One more breath. And then undo the top arm if you are using it and place it beside your face, coming out and through to finish in the rotation that we started with. Great work. We're on our way down to our tummy. You're going to grab your cushion and bring it under your hips. So it should kind of go like directly under your pelvis. And let's rest the head and upper body now. The upper body's done a lot of work already in this class, so let's bring it into the lower body for a little bit here. So from here, just make sure your pelvis feels comfortable, and continue to breathe deeply. Every exhale, you're going to peel your abdominals up off the mat, bringing them up towards your spine. Okay, let's start to work with the right leg. Exhale, float the leg up. Inhale, lower it down. Just the right leg. And every time you float that leg, try to make it almost like you're reaching through the leg, trying to make it longer. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Enjoying a little bit of a massage on the front of your hip, opening of the front of the hip. Exhale, that glute is fired up, and there's tons of energy in your right leg. Awesome. Let's do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and last one. We're going to keep it up in the air here. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Wiggle your hips. Just notice how there's more blood flow in one leg than the other. Now keeping your right leg down, you're going to start to engage the left leg and float it up and down. We're trying to keep the leg as straight as we can here, and the kneecap is facing down. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Really noticing your glute as the leg is up in the air. Let's do 4 more. 4, keep up that intensity. 3, 2, and 1. Holding it up there. Let's pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Wiggle your hips. Awesome work. Bring the legs nice and close now. As close as they feel comfortable. Okay, so I usually say zip them up, but everybody's version of that is different. So just take the one that's comfortable for you. We're zipping the legs together, and they're going to move as one unit here. Big breath in, exhale. Now remember that a double leg lift is always lower than a single leg lift. So we're not going to go as high when we lift both legs. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, hover up. Inhale, lower down. So we're squeezing those inner thighs, trying to keep the legs as close as possible. Floating the legs up. If you're feeling your lower back, you need to recruit more abdominals by drawing up through the tummy, and we need to come maybe not quite as high. And lower down. Exhale it up. And lower down. Let's do 4 more. Just keep squeezing those inner thighs. Your legs should be shaky. 3, 2, and last one. Letting that go, releasing all that tension. There should be a whole bunch of tension in your legs. Bring your knees out a bit wider and bring your heels together, toes apart. And it's sort of like you're putting your soles of your feet up onto the ceiling, okay? So we're gonna just hang out here. There's no lift with this one. Your knees are gonna stay on the mat. Big breath in. As you exhale, you're just going to create a tension between your 2 heels. Squeeze the heels together. Exhale. Inhale, release that tension, but don't take the heels apart. Exhale, squeeze the heels. And inhale, release that tension. Can we think about pelvic floor with this contraction? So as you're squeezing your heels together, draw up through your pelvic floor, lift the abdominals, and release it all. Big exhale, and release. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2. And last one. This is just an isometric contraction, no movement. And then release that. Let your legs go long. When you're ready, you're going to come all the way through back to your shell stretch, and it's going to feel really, really nice to meet that shell stretch. After all that extension, just enjoy it. And we're making our way onto our back. All right, all the way through. Finally, we made it here. And let's just start with our knees bent, feet are planted, and bring your hands so that you can feel your hip bones and you can feel your rib cage. I usually put my thumb on my rib cage and my pinky finger on my pointy hip bones here. And just notice that space. Notice if that feels relatively equal. And from there, let's just rock our pelvis into imprint and then let it tip back to neutral. It's that tiny little motion. And rocking back. Little massage for the very, very base of your spine. Last one. And rock back to neutral. From here, let both legs go out long, pointing your toes up to the ceiling, and bring your hands behind your head. Elbows are nice and wide here. We're going to gently nod the chin and exhale, flex up to look at your toes. Inhale as you lower your head. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale up, look at the toes. Inhale, lower. We want to make sure there's space for your throat, so you don't want to have your chin resting on your chest. There should be a little space there, okay? On this next one, we're going to stay up. Flexing up, looking at your toes, and from here, we're going to march the legs in. Exhale, pull one leg in. Inhale, place it out. Exhale, the other one. So the upper body is staying still, and the lower body is moving. Keep your eyes on your feet, looking down your tummy, nice and level in the pelvis, pulling in and reaching out. Exhale in and reach out. Can we flex up just a little higher? One more each leg, pull in and reach out. Last one, and reach out, lower the head and shoulders, and you should get a huge flush of blood and energy right under the rib cage. From here, imprinting your lower spine and bringing your legs up to tabletop. Once we're up here, we just want to double check that you can feel a little connection with your belly button. Maybe draw that belly button down a little bit, allowing it to drop down. And from here, we're going to flex up to look at the thighs. And now the upper body is going to stay the same. We're going to float the arms up just above the head. Exhale, push the arms down into the mat. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, pushing down. Like you're holding a ball above your head, so the arms are not going to go behind you. They're just coming in front of your ears. You need to put your head down at any time. You're going to do that and reset. Let's flex up a little higher for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering your head and then give your knees a hug. Rolling on your lower back. Nice work. All right, if you need to, let's do a big stretch, just releasing the hip flexors for a moment. And then we're going to come back to that imprint, bringing the legs back up, and you're going to take your hands, both hands, and you're going to place them on top of your left knee. You're going to create a little tension between the left knee and the hands. So that is going to stay exactly the same throughout. We'll be toe tapping with our right leg only. So the left leg stays still, and we go down on the inhale, tap the toe, exhale, pull up. Notice that my leg is staying the same shape throughout. So I'm not bending and extending my knee. My leg is staying square and I'm moving from the hip. We go down, exhale, pull up. Using those lower abdominals to help the leg move around. Hip flexor and abs working together. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3. Keep pushing your hands into your knee. 2. And last one. Letting that go. Switch it up. You could come out of that position if you want to and reset. Coming into imprint. Legs go up. And then the hands now will be on the right knee, creating that tension with the right knee, and the left leg will be the toe tapper. Down, and exhale, pull up. If we don't breathe here, we're going to feel our hip flexor only. So making sure you're getting a huge exhale as you pull that leg up. Inhale as it taps, exhale as it pulls. And let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Let's do a nice big stretch. Release your hip flexors and bring your feet nice and wide. Open up your arms. Palms are facing up, and let's go into some windshield wipers side to side. Dropping one thigh in. And through center. Bringing the feet in. Let's bring the legs out long and hug the right knee in. So the left leg is long, the right knee is pulling into the chest. Give it a nice big hug. And then extend the leg, clasping your hand behind your leg, and turn your ankle. So you're getting a hamstring stretch. Let's make sure the pelvis is really heavy on the mat here. And gently letting that go. Reach your right leg out and bring the left knee in. Give it a big hug. And then extend the leg up. Turning your ankle, just enjoying that stretch. And lastly, I want to do our piriformis and glutes. Let's cross one ankle over the opposite knee, open up your thigh, and bring your legs in. Enjoying that stretch through the glutes and the hips. We worked them in that prone position. With the cushion under the hips, we really worked the glutes. One more big breath into your hip. And gently release that, switching sides. Other leg opens first, so you really want to open that thigh into that external rotation first, and then bring the leg in. And one more breath there. And let's let that go and come to seated. Sitting on your cushion, we're going to stretch our arms and shoulders just a little to finish because we really gave them a good workout as well. So you can sit however feels comfy. And let's start by pulling one arm across your body. Try not to allow the arm to just fully collapse into you. You want to imagine there's a little space between your chest and your arm. With the other arm, you're pushing into this inside arm and gently pulling it across. This shouldn't be extremely painful. It should just feel like a nice therapeutic stretch. And gently letting that go. Let's do the other side, pulling across, keeping that little distance between the arm and the chest. And then gently releasing that, opening up your arms and clasping them behind you again. Squeezing the shoulders back, getting really, really tall here. Maybe even letting your chin float up a little bit. Opening the chest, the front of the neck. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then releasing that, shaking it all off. You're all done. Your upper back and shoulders are worked. And next week we're working the booty. So I will see you there. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.